could you? Hey, you've got to have a voice like that. Has he got a voice like that?
On this episode of Bondi Vet,
Oh, Dougie, you're in such a sorry little state down there, aren't you?
can Kate come up with a life-saving solution for a goldfish that can't swim?
This is a packing peanut and it's very useful because it floats. I don't actually know if this is going to work.
What's going on? He's really weak.
Lisa's patient has a worrying case of the wobbles.
He just feels funny and he doesn't know why, and that must be frightening.
All right, let's grab him, mate. Watch your hand.
And could this be Tim's most dangerous animal weigh-in yet?
And if a finger or body part goes anywhere near that mouth, whoa, it doesn't come back. Come on, there's your girl.
Kate is about to make a house call on a very common pet with an uncommon problem.
Today I'm seeing a really interesting little patient. He's probably not as furry as the usual patients. However, he's still super cute and going to be super interesting.
Hey, Dr. Kate. How are you?
Hi, Schnitz. Schnitzel's
Schnitz,
like,
come inside.
what are
Good
you
boy.
doing at my house, Dr.
boy.
Kate? I know Talia because I also see her dog, Schnitzel.
Oh, you're shaking, but I'm not going to do anything to you today, I promise.
What happened is I called her about Schnitzel, and then the next minute I know she mentions Dougie. Today isn't about Schnitty,
It's not about
because
Schnitty.
you've got a Dougie problem.
We have a fish problem. Dougie, my goldfish, has been lying on his side for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Will he swim to the top?
He has not swum to
Okay.
the top. He's flapping, he's trying. You see a fish on its side, you assume that it's on its way out. It's not pleasant to see Dougie lying on his side. You know, when you have a fish that swims around a lot, the hard thing for me is not knowing if he's in pain. I don't know if he's suffering.
What have you done so far in terms of your treatment to date?
We cleaned the tank.
Yeah.
We have minimised how much food we've been giving him.
Okay.
Got 2 little ones,
Yeah.
Sophie and Redleaf, and they seem to be fine. We don't want to see him like this, that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah. Oh, Dougie, you're in such a sorry little state down there, aren't you? What we've probably got here is either a water quality problem or we've got a swim bladder problem. Now, goldfish have this organ called a swim bladder that affects how they float and how they right themselves. And just looking at Dougie, he looks to me like he's probably got something wrong with his swim bladder. When there's not enough air in the swim bladder, it means that they're going to sink. And that could be because there's some kind of a tumour in there. It could be bacteria. It could be because it's blocked. He's a cute little goldfish, and he's a well-loved little goldfish. And no matter what happens today, I think that he deserves a little bit of dignity.
Okay.
It might be that potentially we do have to put him to sleep.
Okay. I think we'd be quite upset if he died. Obviously, we understand that goldfish can't live forever, and you know, we think at 2.5 years we've done pretty well to keep him alive. But it'll be sad if he doesn't make it.
I'd like to take Dougie with me so I can get an X-ray.
How do you X-ray a goldfish?
What I'm going to do with Dougie is I'm actually going to put him under an anaesthetic.
Okay.
So the way that we anaesthetise a fish is that we put them in water with medication in it. So there are a few risks involved in that. But saying that, I think it's worth it. You know, like, he deserves a chance. Poor Dougie. So I'm just putting some tank water in here because obviously when we move Dougie, we can't actually put new water in there with him. He needs his tank water. So Dougie, now for the moment of truth. Oh my gosh, he's enormous. I don't know if he's gonna fit in his net. Okay, let's just go like this. You're a giant goldfish. Okay, Douglas, let's get you off to the clinic. Bye guys, have fun without Dougie. Bye Schnitty. See you later, Gator. Bye. I don't know that I can fix him, but what I really think that I need to do for Dougie and for Talia is to give them some kind of prognosis. We're going to just figure out how much anaesthetic to put in here.
Back at the Bondi Veterinary Hospital, Kate's preparing to x-ray Dougie to see if there's a clear anatomical problem that's causing him to sink.
So here's the plan. I'm going to put this anaesthetic in. Yeah. And then we're going to wait about 3 minutes. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get Dougie out super quick and take an x-ray and then put him back into a clean tank.
Okay.
It's really important that we get the right amount of anaesthetic to put into the water, because obviously if we do too much, we could definitely lose him under anaesthetic. We only have a very small amount of time to do this. We need to get Dougie back into that water as quickly as we possibly can.
It's like tight on my finger.
X-ray. I'm just looking at Dougie's x-rays now, and what I'm seeing is very interesting. This little very important structure filled with air is Dougie's swim bladder, vital in keeping him able to move around freely in his tank. As soon as we look at the x-ray, we can see Dougie's swim bladder is not right. He's only got one of them, and he's supposed to have two. And what that means is that he's not able to take in enough air to sustain his buoyancy. He's an unhappy little camper by the looks of it.
Dougie's birth defect means that he's at higher risk of swim bladder disease.
In goldfish, the swim bladder is actually attached to the esophagus by this really small duct. And when that duct gets blocked, it doesn't matter how much air that Dougie's trying to take in at the surface, he can't get enough air into his one swim bladder to sustain his life. There's his dorsal fin here. Give him an injection. Sorry, Dougie.
To rule out the possibility that the swim bladder is blocked by infection, Kate gives Dougie a shot of antibiotics.
You're okay, Dougie.
The second thing I did is I just put a little bit of air into Dougie's esophagus so I can see if I can inflate that swim bladder a little. I don't actually know if this is going to work, but everything's worth a crack.
While Kate continues her search for answers, she comes up with an ingenious plan to get Dougie swimming again.
This is a packing peanut, and it's very useful because it floats. And what we're going to do today is we're actually going to attach to Dougie this little peanut to give Dougie a little bit of mobility, or at least that's what I'm hoping it does. So we're just going to have to be quick and coordinated.
If I put my finger through
Yes,
there,
that would be ideal. It's very fiddly. You'd have a sore back if you worked on fish all day, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh. So it's not a long-term option, but at least until we figure out how we can fix him, it's going to give him some freedom. I just want him to have a good quality of life. Okay, Douglas, let me just grab the end.
Okay.
Yep, great. So you can already see, like, Dougie's going to be like a normal fish. He's just got a disability.
It's so cute. Vix! Look at him go!
He's going to love it. Look, he's like a normal goldfish, guys.
That's so
Dougie,
cute.
not even on your side. So fixed. It's now officially turned into Dougie's life jacket. What I'm hoping is that when he gets home, this little floaty is going to make life so much easier for him. You're looking good, kid. Good job.
Before Kate returns Dougie to his tank, she has one more important stop to make.
I have this feeling that I think that there's probably going to be something wrong with his water. So what I'm hoping is that you're going to be able to solve the mystery of the water.
So you've got enough water here, which is great. So the three things we're going to test for, which is your ammonia, your nitrate and your pH levels.
Yep. What I suspect has happened here is that we've got one swim bladder which doesn't have enough air in it, but then he's been under stress because of his water.
Now, this I can tell from the start is your problem.
Okay, nitrate, we're almost heading to...
We're in danger territory pretty much. Fish debris, leftover food, it can lead to this pretty quickly. I would suggest doing a fairly large water change.
So what's happening is that this combination of factors is leading to Dougie being pushed over the edge, literally, and now he's ended up on his side on the bottom of the tank.
With the mystery now solved, Dougie is ready to be returned to a pleasantly surprised Talia.
Hello.
Hi! Hi everybody! I'm back! Hi Snitty!
Come on in.
Guess what? I've got Dougie back. So first things first, we should probably get Dougie back in his tank, right, before we have a chat.
Yeah. It's good to have Dougie back. I was not expecting to see him again, so Dr. Kate's done an amazing job and hopefully he's on the road to recovery.
What's that on his back?
This is what I call Dougie's life jacket.
Okay.
It gives him some buoyancy,
Yep.
and it obviously takes him up then to the top, and it means that he can get around like a normal fish. Look at him go! He's happy. That was like a happy fish. It's like having a party in there.
I've never seen him like this.
Hopefully Dougie's swim bladder will soon recover to the point that he no longer needs his flotation aid.
Dougie has gone from a very low maintenance goldfish to a very special needs, high maintenance goldfish. I've asked Talia to do quite a lot of things for the next couple of weeks. She's going to change his water every 3 days. She's going to give him an antibiotic bath every single day, and she's going to put him on some new food.
It looks so cute.
It does look very cute.
We're really excited to have Dougie back in the family home, and with Dr. Kate's extensive routine, hopefully Dougie will be able to be himself again.
Bye guys, bye Schnitty, bye Dougie, bye Charles. Good luck. If you need me, you know where I am. I think it's a really good lesson in that a lot of the time people don't really know what to do with their goldfish when they see them injured, and they don't think about necessarily taking them to their vet. So, you know, shows us vets pretty good at goldfish.
Sammy. You'll be okay, Bubba.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, Linda and her 2 daughters Ashley and Lauren have rushed in with 6-year-old Sam. Overnight, the miniature dachshund has suddenly become weak and can barely walk.
It was really, really upsetting. I just wanted to help him and take all the pain away from him. He's like part of the family, so if it's like losing part of the family if we lose him, so we don't want to lose him.
Hello, I'm Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Is this Sam?
Yes.
Hello, Sam. Hi, honey. Come through. We had a call that Sam's coming in with difficulty walking and he's a Daschund, so automatically all of us assume it's a spinal problem. When did you first notice that something was wrong?
Last night, normally he jumps on the couch after dinner, but he just couldn't jump.
He was trying to, but just couldn't do it. Why don't you pop him on the ground for me?
Come here, Sam. Come here, Sammy. Yeah, he's very not himself.
So he's wobbly in the back legs there. He's walking like he's drunk. Sam's probably got a degenerative disc disease, which can happen in this breed.
It's okay, Sammy.
A dog with disc disease can be completely normal one day and the next day be screaming in pain, paralysed, unable to walk and needing emergency surgery. Can happen like that.
It's okay, Sammy.
Look, Sam's signs are pretty vague. I mean, he's walking with a wobbly gait, but when I put him up on the table and have a feel of his spine, I'm not really finding any obvious areas of pain. He's not screaming. Stand up for me.
If it's not a spinal issue, a tick bite could be the answer.
I mean, the fact that he can stand and walk is a good sign, but the fact that it's happened so quickly is not such a good sign. While Sam's signs could be suggestive of a tick, we can't find a tick, we can't find a tick crater, and looking at him right now, I cannot reliably say 100% that he's got a tick. So I'm on the fence here.
It's okay. It's okay.
What we really need to do is keep him in hospital, monitor him closely, make sure he doesn't get any worse, because if he does, he might need surgery.
Bye, Sammy. Bye, Sam. Bye, Sammy. Be a good boy, eh? Be a good boy. I knew it was gonna be hard. I just hate it when I hear him like crying, so I just don't want to leave him here, even though I know he has to.
They've got tears in their eyes. They absolutely adore Sam. He's their little baby. They're terrified that things are going to get worse. You're not very sore. Hey, what's going on? He certainly hasn't got any pain anymore, but I'm worried about this general weakness that we're dealing with something else other than a spinal problem. Good boy, Sam. Let's see if you can do this. Oh, that's pretty hopeless, Sam. What's going on? So I'm just doing some postural tests on Sam, just seeing if he can hop on 2 legs at a time, and normal dogs should be able to if you support the other legs. But when I do that with Sam, he's really weak. He does a couple of hops and then just falls over. It's really showing me a big deterioration. I think disc disease is much less likely in Sam's case. Can you come here? Come in, Sam. Sam. The possible causes are he's either got a tick, he might have a disease causing weakness all over his body because he's got a tumour somewhere else. And then there is this condition that we do see pretty commonly in dogs. It happens for no reason. It's called polyradiculoneuritis. It's a fancy name for a disease where they get generalised weakness all over their body, kind of like motor neuron disease.
Lisa is hoping X-rays will provide her with the answers to Sam's sudden loss of mobility.
Good boy, Sam. Good boy. Stay there. That's a boy. I feel so sorry for Sam right now. I look at his eyes and he's got this terrified look.
For Lisa, this has now become a diagnosis of exclusion. First, she needs to X-ray Sam for tumours.
Good boy. He's weak. He just feels funny and he doesn't know why, and that must be frightening. Wait there, Sam. Good boy. Good boy. His chest all looks pretty normal. There's no obvious tumours. I'm happy that everything there looks pretty good. So we've ruled out a whole lot of diseases by doing this, and I think the next step is let's give him the tick anti-serum.
Despite giving Sam the tick serum as a precaution, Lisa is becoming more and more convinced that a motor neuron disease is the cause of Sam's paralysis.
Animals with polyradiculoneuritis will end up completely paralysed. Some of them won't be able to lift their head. Worst case scenario, they can't breathe properly and they have to be on a ventilator. I just hope that doesn't happen to Sam. Good boy.
Next morning, Ashley, Lauren and their grandmother Barbara are back at SASH after receiving bad news about Sam.
They called us this morning and told him that he's actually gotten worse today. They might have to put him on a ventilator, which is really scary.
Lisa is now almost certain Sam is suffering from a motor neuron disease that is slowly paralysing him. But there are no tests that can confirm the diagnosis.
Sam has been barking or trying to bark, but his bark is very weak, it's very soft, it's husky. And to me that indicates that he's got some paralysis of his voice box. We see it with polyradiculoneuritis. It's just a sign to me that he's got a disease all over his body. Hi, come through. Who's that? Look at the tail. It was so sweet today. The girls came back in for a visit. Sam is wagging his tail, licking them all over. So happy to see his family.
What are you doing? Look at his tail. We missed you.
Unfortunately, he can't go home just yet, but he's loving all the cuddles.
The girls are finding it hard to cope without their little dachshund.
See how his nose falls down?
Oh, yeah.
So a normal dog should be able to hold their head up like that. So he, even going to the side, he falls. It's just heartbreaking for them. They really know that things are a lot worse than they were yesterday.
There's Sam. Last night actually I kept hearing the sound of his collar, thinking he was there and he wasn't. We just want him to get better.
Ready for him to be popped back to bed?
Yeah. Yeah. Just want him back.
I've reassured them that it's the best thing they can do. At least we can watch him. If he gets worse, we can intervene straight away. Good boy, Sam. If Sam does have polyradiculoneuritis, there's no specific treatment. We can't do anything for him other than the tincture of time and hope like hell that he doesn't get worse.
At least he's getting lots and lots of cuddles, which is good. Yeah.
Oh, very good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Sammy. Hey, Sammy, you're barking better. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. So much better.
For Sam, he's showing great signs of recovery from the paralysis that attacked his body.
The condition we think Sammy has, polyradiculoneuritis, usually takes a few days to start and then they can deteriorate over about 7 to 10 days. They end up getting better on their own and it can take up to 6 weeks to make a full recovery and sometimes even longer. Good boy, Sammy!
Sam has never been apart from his family for more than a day. Ashley, Lauren and Linda are now waiting in reception and are eager to get him home.
Gonna go home, hey? You're home. Come on. Look at oh my gosh, look how good he is. He's so much better. Sammy's definitely a ladies' man. He's in a family of all girls and I think he's missing them like crazy.
He's like one of the family. So happy that he's coming home now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss you, little guy. I miss you. Oh, thank you.
Made a new best
Thank
friend.
you. My new best friend.
Ready? Ready?
In Brentford, 3 miles north of Richmond, Scott's new patient Hugo is enjoying some playtime with yoga teacher Natalie.
Come on. Woo.
2 months ago, Natalie adopted the bull mastiff after a chance encounter at one of Scott's practices.
Hugo?
Hugo's previous owner had just come in and was asking for help to rehome the 4-year-old.
So I was going into the vets to buy some special cat food for our cat, and there was this beautiful dog in there, turned out to be Hugo. And basically, the guy who had Hugo just said, "Do you want him?" And I was like, "What?" Look at that happy face. Yeah, happy dog. When we met him, he had this lovable nature around him, but there was just this insecurity. You could see that he didn't quite feel safe in the world. And I really related to that. And I said that to him, and I said, you know, I'm going to take you by the paw and we're going to do this together. You know, you and me, we're going to feel safe in this world together. Can you do some up dog with me? No, just sleep dog.
After her daily yoga session, Natalie will be taking Hugo in to see Scott. The bull mastiff has little medical history, so he needs a thorough vet screening for any potential problems.
I think it's just to be sure and to be on the safe side. We just want to have him checked over. Every day, I just look at him and just fall in love with him a little bit more. He's just the most gorgeous being, and I adore him.
I love you. Yes, I do.
Oops, this way. Oh, you're
Hello,
sweet.
you must be Hugo.
Yeah, this is Hugo.
Look at you. Hey, you've got to have a voice like that. Has he got a voice like that?
Hello, my name's Hugo. I'm very handsome.
It's absolutely beautiful, aren't you, mate? Should we go and see you in the consult room?
If I have to.
Come on then, let's go.
Natalie's just got Hugo, so we don't really have much history. So it's really important that we do a full physical exam just to make sure that he's healthy as he starts his new life.
Can I have an examination of you, hey?
I suppose it's for my own good, isn't it?
Very rarely, when I'm treating animals, do I hear them speak. But for Hugo, he's got an incredible, deep, booming voice in the form of Natalie.
The old ticker okay?
Sounds good, yeah.
Let's have a look at those big choppers, hey?
Ooh.
But the fun stops when Scott finds a mass in Hugo's mouth.
Is that the first time you've seen that, Natalie?
Yeah.
Whenever you see a lump in the mouth of an animal, that's always a concern. The reason being is they're very black or white. They're either completely benign and nothing to worry about, or fiendishly malignant. And the animals that have that type of tumour can be dead within months. So that's very much something that we need to look at straight away. It's not something we want to leave.
Yeah.
And particularly the love affair that you guys have already struck.
No.
We don't want to break your relationship up, and I think sometimes we have to jump on these things quickly and just make sure it doesn't get out of control. As a vet, we see relationships between owners and animals all the time, but the relationship that Natalie has with this dog so soon is incredible.
I'll probably be fine, Hugo. Eh?
Well, she absolutely adores him.
Scott will remove the lump immediately and send it off for testing.
You're gonna go for a little sleep, and then after that, we'll find out what's wrong.
He's only just come into our lives, so I just can't imagine or think about it not being okay.
Natalie, no, you're staying with me,
See
buddy.
you later, baby. Bye-bye. Oh, God.
It's gonna make a funny noise. Yes.
Oh, I know. Oh, he's a good boy.
Come on. I know. It's a horrid noise, isn't it? So you get used to it. To knock out Hugo, we need to place an IV catheter, which allows me to give him the anaesthetic he needs. But unfortunately, big Hugo is a bit of a baby, and he doesn't like the clippers. And it's all done, see?
That is all done,
It's all
buddy.
done. There, you're friends again. Thank you. We're friends.
All right, so sleepy time now. We'll get that nasty lump out of your mouth, shall we?
Scott and Nurse Emma can now start removing a suspicious-looking mass on Hugo's gums.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now that Hugo's under anaesthetic, I can really see this lump, and it's a very angry-looking thing, and it's extending quite a long way down the enamel of his canine. So what I'm going to do is basically cut it off at where the gum line should be, and hopefully in future that'll mean that he won't bleed as much when he's chewing things. Right, well, Em's alongside anaesthetist. I need you to be chief lip holder.
It's not a title I get assigned every day of the week.
No, this isn't the most elegant of surgeries. I'm literally just going to have to lop it off. That will just lift away. Okay, one nasty lump removed. All right, so that's that. I think it's time to wake him up. Good boy. There we go.
Good boy.
There we go. Oh, dear.
The lump will now be sent for testing to find out if it's cancerous.
If it is something sinister, it's really concerning. So we'll just have to wait and see, cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Later that evening, Hugo's owner Natalie is waiting at the clinic,
Oh, I can hear him.
anxious to be reunited with her gentle giant.
Hi.
Hello.
Hugo, who's this?
How's my boy? Hello. Hello. It's me. I cannot believe you're not more excited. Oh, you a bit dozy. How's your mouth, Poppy?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the result.
Yeah?
It came away really nicely, and now he's got a nice, clean gum line. You'll be able to see. So that's normal. And then this is the new one. So you can see it's nice and straight and clean now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
And now we've just got that anxious wait for the next few days.
The results.
Yeah. You a bit anxious too about it, hey?
Yeah.
Just hoping for the best, really. You know, coming in for a health check and then spotting something and to have it treated very quickly is brilliant. And then Hugo will hopefully be okay and life can resume as is the new normal with Hugo, which I can't imagine a normal now without Hugo because it's just such a fabric of my life already.
Come on, Hugo.
Come on, champ. Wake
Come
up.
on, big fella.
Time to go. Good boy.
Thanks, Scott.
All
See
the
you
best,
soon.
Natalie. Bye, Hugo.
Bye.
Bye, handsome man.
Thanks, Scott. Bye.
Bye, mate.
See ya.
Bye.
Hugo, what's this? Are you interested or do you just want to sleep some more?
Hugo is now back home, and his devoted mum Natalie is preparing dinner.
Is it steak?
No, it's dog food.
Oh, I want steak. Well, what are you having for dinner? Can I have some of that?
Here we go. Dinner.
It's been 4 days since Scott removed a suspicious lump from the bull mastiff's mouth, and Natalie has just received the test results.
Scott gave us a call to tell us the good news that he has the all clear, which is, yeah, brilliant news. I was saying I wasn't worried, but underneath I was just desperate to get those results. And I don't think I'd realised how worried I was until we heard that he was okay, because I got really teary and was just so relieved.
Having a nice snooze there, Hugo. You are the most beautiful dog in the world, aren't you, Hugo? You're so handsome.
Tyndall Radio Holders helping with Leo. Can we meet in Lost World in 5 minutes, please?
At the Australian Reptile Park, Operations Manager Tim Faulkner has a big problem on his hands. Alligator snapping turtle Leonardo needs to be weighed to monitor his health.
The reason it's such a challenge and so dangerous is because of that giant head and that mouth or beak. That's snap shut. And if a finger or body part goes anywhere near that mouth, it doesn't come back. Leonardo's really healthy right now, and we want to weigh him at this point because that'll set a benchmark, and in the years to come, we can monitor his weight based on what it was now in the prime of his life. All right, boys, we're ready.
There's only room for one person in the tank to lift the snapping monster out.
I'm actually a bit nervous about picking up this guy because I've certainly never picked up one before.
You right, mate? Someone give him a hand from under. We can't take it yet, Mike.
I've got God knows how many kilos out in front of me, and the whole time you've got this razor-sharp mouth out there moving around. I don't want to drop this guy.
Hey, watch him, Johnny. Yep, you can come around behind. Okay, yep, you're right, Rod. We got him. And let's just sit him down. Watch your fingers, mate.
The 50-year-old is a threatened species. This weigh-in is a vital part of the protection program aimed at saving the turtles.
Okay, let's go. Just watch your legs. Right. G'day. He's a beast, isn't he? This is Leonardo, and we're going to weigh him.
Tim has only done this once in 10 years, and Leo is drawing quite the crowd.
Can you see that pink thing in his mouth? You know what he does with that? He pretends it's a worm, and he wiggles it around underwater, and a fish goes in to try and eat the worm, and what do you reckon the turtle does? Eats the fish. Alligator snapping turtles live in swamps, and mainly in the southern half of the United States of America. And they might look slow, but they are in fact ambush predators. Oh, those spikes hurt, eh? Put your head down, buddy. The head, it's like a vice and it snaps shut. Anything that goes in there, you've lost it. The turtle's gonna bite and not let go.
Leo is too big for the scales at the park, so Tim must head off-site for the all-important weigh-in. But on arrival, the team discovers a new problem.
Oh, thanks a lot, mate. You've turned around. Come on, pal. Whoa. Got him, Johnny? All right, let's grab him, mate. Watch your hand. Oh, that's close. Let's go. Getting him out of the truck was hairy because it's not just the mouth you're worrying about, but him falling on the ground. Even that short distance, he does not bounce. Okay. Right. The scales are pretty straightforward. We walk on there with him, take our weights away, and we end up with Leonardo's weight. Righto, off we up. Oh, 44.5.
Leo could live up to 200 years if he remains healthy.
Weighing animals is a very easy way for us to monitor their health. By knowing when they were healthy, we get a benchmark like Leonardo is now, and we can monitor that in the years to come. Okay, let's go.
The team now has to get all 44.5 kilograms of snapping turtle back to the park safely.
The job's not over until the big guy's back in his tank and it's full of water. 1, 2, 3. He's a beast, isn't he? Ooh, come on, mate. It's cranky now. Come on, buddy.
Snapping Leo is heading back to his enclosure at the Australian Reptile Park after his weigh-in.
Watch your hand. Oh, that's right.
And visitors are making the most of this unusual photo opportunity.
Okay, down. It's really rare to have Leo out. And our staff, the reptile keepers that care for him every day, this is like the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get up close to him and actually touch him. We've got to make the most of that. Come on in, mate. Behind, around the back. You can feel his tail if you want. This is Leonardo. Look at that mouth, man, that's just brilliant.
All day, Tim has been wary of those snapping jaws.
This is a piece of bamboo. It's fresh, so it's reasonably soft, but I want to show you just how strong his jaws are. Whoa! You do not want that to be your finger. He's not going to let go. Come on, mate. Right, Johnny? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go.
Getting Leo back into his tank will be dangerous, so no one is relaxing.
Getting Leo out, that was hard. But reality is, getting him back in, it might be harder. Okay, let's go up. Watch your legs, Johnny. Okay, you take next step, then I'll come up. Hold him for a sec, lift. Okay, watch your arm, Johnny. Watch your arm on the side. You got him, mate? A really awkward position to be holding something in, and it's like carrying a bag of cement with jaws. Hands away, Rob. Hands away. Yep, watch out, Johnny. Back a bit. That's good. His front arms might get stuck a little. Okay, Mike, and down. Good job, mate. That went really well. Leo's back in. He's not real happy. He's having a bit of a sook, but what a great team of guys. And that was really successful. And we've got all our fingers. And look at Leo. He couldn't be happier.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kate. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go and subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen now to watch more great content. Or for new, exclusive, never seen before Bondi Vet stories, all you have to do is sign up at bondipet.com and we'll send you a link. We can't wait to see you there.